Okay, let's talk about roles of animals in agriculture for the Introduction to the World of Agriculture 8th grade class. So this is based on Arkansas Frameworks, Standard 1.3. We'll start with beef breeds. Beef breeds are breeds of bovine animal, that's cattle, that were selected and bred to produce the quantity and quality meat. Aberdeen Angus are naturally polled to be black or red in color. Okay, the red is a recessive trait. Very good cattle, the most sought after cattle in the United States right now for their carcass quality and marbling in their meat. That's the intramuscular fat inside the steaks. You won't find them in very large numbers south of northeast Arkansas right here because they're black in color. That black absorbs the sunlight, absorbs heat, and they'll get hot in the summertime here. Okay, so from northeast Arkansas, this level line all the way up north, very, very popular cattle. And we'll move on to dairy breeds. Yes, this is intro to the world of ag, very brief overview. Dairy breeds are breeds of bovine animals that are selected for their milk, quantity and quality, and their temperament. That's how they behave, their attitude. Holsteins are the number one most popular cattle in the United States for dairy production. Very large, weigh up to 1,500 pounds, almost 5 feet tall to shoulder. They produce around 100 pounds of milk per day on average. So that's a Holstein. That's your typical what you think a cow, black and white. Meat sheep, they're bred for their meat. Yes, they do have wool, but it's very low quality wool. We'll start with Hampshire. Did you notice the Hampshire is white, black legs, black head, a little bit of white wool or brown wool on top of their head, mild disposition, okay, very good carcass quality. Then you have the Suffolk, also originated from England. You know, it's a little darker colored wool, darker colored face and legs. There's an absence of wool on top of their head. Very good carcass quality, prolific breeders. Suffolk. Wool sheep, they're raised for their wool, the wool that you would wear or use. Okay, Rambouillet is the largest of the fine wool sheep. Okay, you can eat those. Yes, you can, but we raise them predominantly for their wool. It's originated in France. And hair sheep are popular in this area because they're very hardy. Some are resistant to insects, such as the dorper and the catodons. These right here are sheared. They're not very shaggy. Typically, we don't use the hair and we don't shear them, and they'll look pretty shaggy. You have meat goats. They're caper animals. Caper means goat, that were selected for their meat quantity and quality. Such as the boar goat, originated in South Africa, brown head. You just may have another patch of brown on their flank. Have a Roman nose, very short and stocky. Good grass converters. They do like some browse, but they're not one that's going to just eat the bark off the trees either. And then move on to dairy goats. Yes, there's many more breeds of animals out there. We're just talking about the top ones in this area or in the United States. Dairy goats are selected for their milk quantity and quality, such as the Nubian, large milk producer. They come in many different colors, very tough breed of goat. You notice they look a little bony because all their energy that they eat and feed, they turn it into milk and not necessarily muscle. Swine breeds, okay? Swine breeds, they have different qualities. And all of our animals that we raise on a commercial style farm, commercial style, that's a mixed breed. We're not necessarily raising purebreds in our systems. The mixed breeds, when you mix the breeds back and forth, you get sometimes the best of both worlds, and it'll be a better quality product. The Hampshire, you always notice that white belt, even if they're crossbred. So they're black with a white belt. Larger hams than some other breeds of hogs. Those hams is, a high quality piece of meat. They have a good carcass quality. Then Yorkshire, most popular breed in breeding systems right now, United States, a large white hog, good carcass quality, good mothering ability. They have erect ears, dish face. And Equine Breeds. We'll just mention the quarter horse. Quarter horses are short and stocky. They get their name from being able to run a fast quarter mile. They work good for trail horses. They work great for rodeo events. A lot of the cattle you're going to see working, a lot of the horses you're going to see working cattle will be quarter horses. And then donkeys. We don't use donkeys for draft purposes in Arkansas. Mainly be used as pets or guarding animals. We put those with our cattle herds or our sheep flocks, and they'll guard animals from predators such as dogs and coyotes. And you got mules. Mules are a cross between a male donkey and a female horse, and they're strong, they're tough, they're resilient, and they're good to ride.